Hey guys, Retro Reviews here again with another video review. About time I got some more out of the way, since real life did kind of just get in the way again, but now we are pretty much set. We've got it moved again, and we've got a new member to the family, so that's what's been taking up a lot of the time, trying to get this stuff kind of set back up. But I'm glad to be back on the scene, and I want to get more of these reviews done as much as I can. So, back to where I left off. Last time I'm going to be taking a look at some more of my Brave figures, and this time we're going to be taking a look at Might Gaine from the Brave Express Might Gaine series. And here you can see the three components to the robot. We have the human-piloted train of that Might Senpuji pilots in the series, called the Might Wing. And then we have the actual AI robot, Gaine, who transforms into this train. I don't know the names of the trains right off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure this is a Shinkansen series bullet train, but I don't know about this one. If I get to it, I might put it in I might put an annotation later, but and then we have the giant Loco Morizer. Getting on to, let's take a look at these individually first, starting with the Might Wing. And as you can see here, a very nice silver plastic train. There's a nice chrome sticker here with the windows on it. This is the Sonokong version, which from my knowledge has no differences between the Japanese and Sonokong except for the quality of stickers, but this one, the stickers have been staying on pretty well. The factory applied ones here have not peeled. These guys here, I think, if I remember correctly, are ones I applied myself, and that's about it. But yeah, very nice silver bullet train, a little bit of white here on the back, but that's for the transformation later. And as you can see, yeah, as you saw earlier, I was messing with this. And it does have a transformation on it, or for itself. So you just take these wing tips out here on the front, take these wings and fold them out, and then take this little tail fin up, and then we have the Might Wing in its flight mode, which that's a pretty nice looking pretty okay looking flight mode. It's nothing really too spectacular. I don't think this would ever get off the ground in real life as it stands, so it's just there because in the show Might will ride this on the rails, and then when he needs to get off the rails, he'll just have it fly up and take off on its own. And real quick, I wish I had a transformer in vehicle mode to show off, but I actually do have the Siege Optimus Prime as a good stand-in, since I'm pretty sure everybody is already familiar with this mold with how amazing and popular it is. So yeah, as you can see, it is a small train. Nothing really to it here. It does roll. All of these wheels are individual pinned in wheels, so he does roll really well. And next up, we're going to take a look at Gaine here in his bullet train mode real quick. As you can see, it's a very nice pearl white, and I'm glad I've been able to keep this one out of sunlight because I bought this one new in package, so his white is still really nice and crisp, and my light is throwing off the white balance a little bit, making it way too bright, but oh well. But yeah, nice little train mode. He does have a robot mode, but before I get to that, I did want to show off that him and the Might Wing can combine into a linked up mode. And by doing that, you just open up these flaps to pull out the giant robot fist. And then on Gaine, you just pull out the giant robot fist there. And then there's this little piece right here that comes included in the package that just sits in there. It sits in really loosely, but that is its linked up mode, and one of them can haul the other one around. But I don't remember how much that was used in the show. I haven't really watched it in a while, and I need to rewatch it because I didn't get that far into it, and other things got in the way. So yeah, I don't remember how much that was used. Once again, let's bring Siege Optimus in here. It is the same size as the Might Wing, and that's it's kind of necessary because of the transformation, how these guys combine on. But yeah, as you see, are still pretty small. These are, I want to say, I don't have the Studio Series Dropkick in his helicopter mode yet, but I'm feeling that maybe these might be like the same size-wise when it comes to his helicopter mode. Maybe a bit bigger, maybe a bit smaller, I'm not sure. Anyways, to get to Gaine's transformation to his own little robot, first, it's pretty simple. First thing we're going to do is we're going to come here and fold these sides up. And then take these little pieces and fold them around, and they're going to become the fists. And rotate the arms forward. And then separate this out a little bit and kind of angle it so it's a little straighter on the front. And then fold this little panel down to form his feet. And then fold the entire front half of the train down. And then, as you saw, I took this little black piece here from underneath the nose of the train and folded that down. That's going to become his waist. And then fold up his head. And there is Gaine in his robot mode. Now, the instructions do tell you to take these pieces off of the Loco Morizer and stick them on either side of his legs. I think I'm putting them on the right way. I'm not sure. I don't like doing this that often because it's just a little bit extra parts forming, but I'm just going to do that for the sake of the review. Let's get a real good close-up of his head. Yeah, that's a really nice head sculpt on him. A little tiny due to the small stature of his robot mode, but overall it is really nice. I kind of want it to focus on it. Come on, focus. Anyways, yeah, that is really nice detailed robot mode head. And he does come with this little blaster here too. It's just a simple little blaster that you can put in Gaine's hand. And yeah, for articulation, he's just limited to his shoulders can rotate 360 degrees. He doesn't have any legs because they're all this one fixed piece. He has no neck articulation, no waist articulation, just the basic shoulder arms. And now to get Loco Morizer brought in here real quick, so we can show off the big piece of the set, the center stage of the box, I guess is best to describe it. And I did real quick want to get him back in train mode too, so yeah, here is the Loco Morizer again, as we saw at the beginning of the review, now just on his own. A lot of nice detail going on. There's a lot of this really nice gold chrome trim that goes around the whole thing, as well as some of the gold stickers here. And now it is kind of wearing off a little bit, but I think that's due to the transformation. Also, I noticed my one's crest is a little offset. I don't know if I can fix that or not. I might have to. There might be a screw behind that MG logo that I can loosen and wiggle that back into place. Anyways, as a big train, he does roll, and as he rolls, yeah, some of these wheels don't want to get enough traction, but they'll go. And he's got the little arms that help rotate the wheels. And now, coming under here, he does actually have some electronics, which is the first time I've actually had a Brave Series figure with electronics. So, actually, I think it's the only one I have now that I think about it. Yeah, so there's just a little switch right here. This is the off position and the on position. And in train mode, he has some sound effects and these will light up where let's see if I can get okay, so it's not showing up on camera really well, but yeah, there is these lights that are lighting up when it rolls, as well as when you push this button back here. It has a really loud whistle to it. Oop, bumped the tripod. I'm trying to get myself positioned here. So now to transform into the big Might Gaine. That's also why I wanted to get these transformed. But first, before that, I wanted to show off one more thing. On the back of Might Gaine, there is these little ramps right here. And as you notice, they are labeled M and G for Might Gaine. And we can take the Might Wing and Gaine, and we can just roll them up into Might Gaine, and he can haul them around like that. And then also underneath here, we don't have any use for this yet, but there is a piece that could swing out here. I'm going to shut that off for right now. And another one down here in the back that you swing out, and when you get more of the figures in the Might Gaine toy line, you can combine them up into a larger train, which I only have one other figure in this line, so unfortunately this doesn't get that much bigger. So now going to transform into Might Gaine, we're going to take Might Wing and Gaine out, and we're going to take these pieces off for right now, and then come up here the back. We're going to take this piece on each side and slide it forward, and then also fold these pieces down, and those are going to form the feet, and then slide these pieces down to form the legs, and then come in behind and split the legs. And now we gotta move tripod up. I said up. And probably get the light. Shut the light off. I guess I don't need the light anyways. It's gonna just throw everything off. It's been thrown off the white balance, so, and I've reset this review too many times. I don't want to do it over again. Anyways, so at this point here, I like to just do this like it does in the show. Oh yeah, that's right. This part folds around first before we do the other part. Which you want to be careful here because the gold chrome trim will rub up against this part right here. And on this side it is really worn off. And I did forget to mention that you can push down the little smokestack. Alright, so now to get Might and the Might Wing and Gaine ready, we're just going to take them and fold them down, and then rotate this part around, and then on the Might Wing you need to open up one of the wings and then pull the lever down. That will extend the fist, and then pull the arm socket joint out, and then that'll clip in right there. And then for Gaine, it is kind of similar. You're just going to fold that down and rotate that, pull the arm joint out and then fold the fist out. And then that will connect on right there. And then take these pieces that we took off from the robot mode or the train mode earlier, and they're actually going to fit, if you can see on the, or I can't get the camera up any higher, but there's these pieces right here that'll actually fit into, just like that. And then we're gonna pull this whole assembly down, and then fold this down flush with his waist. See if I can actually get the tripod to stand up a little higher. Alright, and then lastly, take the head and fold it up. And there we have Might Gaine, all transformed in his robot mode. Now this series, toy-wise, is one of my favorites just because of, I like the train design and I like how the toys interact with each other, especially how Might Gaine transforms. And I'm going to turn on that switch one more time, and I've got hiccups now. So there is Might Gaine. I'm going to get close up onto his head here. There we go. Very nice head sculpt. As you can see, the stickers are kind of wanting to peel up a little bit on his visor. But other than that, really nice head sculpt. Really awesome design. I do like the way this guy is designed. Pretty cool. Just overall like it. Articulation wise, now looking back at past Brave figures I've reviewed, this guy is a little bit more articulate. He does have, or he has nothing in the head, nothing in the waist, nothing in the legs, but his arms are slightly bit more articulated. We do have full range 360-degree elbows or shoulders, as well as, I guess that isn't a joint because that'll just fold that part and pop it out. But he does have elbows as well. I guess it is as posable as Firebird and Grandbird, now that I think about it. And then back to when I turned on the sound effects earlier, there's this button right here that's at the very bottom of the screen. I don't know if my camera is even going to pick it up when it transfers over to YouTube, but this bottom right, this little lever right here, when you pull it, it's going to have a different sound effect that we haven't heard yet, and one more set of lights that's going to light up. So these light up and his eyes light up, and it kind of gives a machine gun sound effect, even though he doesn't really have any guns. So the only accessory he comes with for this mode is his sword, the Go-Rin-Ken. I think that's the name of the sword. If I got that wrong, I am so sorry, but just a big golden sword. It does have stickers on this side and this side that I had to apply and try to line up and make sure I applied them as lined up as possible. So there he is holding the giant chrome sword, and that looks pretty nice. And real quick size comparison, bring back the Siege Optimus, and he barely stands up to his waist. So yeah, the Loco Morizer does add quite a lot to Might and Gaine size-wise. And then bring out the first ever Brave, King X Kaiser. And whereas Might Gaine's proportions are a little bit more, or a little smaller and just a lot better off proportioned, He is still taller. As you can see, like head height, he does just barely pass King X Kaiser a little bit, but King X Kaiser's chest ends here and his head starts here, whereas we've got like another maybe a ½ inch before Might Gaine's head starts. Alright, so there has been the review of Might Gaine. This has been Ratchet Reviews. I hope you guys like this video review. Overall, I guess I forgot to mention this part. Overall, I do really like this figure. I think it's a great addition to any Brave figures collection. Just overall, it's probably one of my favorite lead Brave figures by Toy Design too, as well as just the overall train aesthetic for the TV and the toy line. Although, as you can see, it does we do kind of get a little bit more of a reference in the future if you take a look at those shoulders being two halves of bullet train sticking out. So that we will take a look at a later date, if you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, there's been my review of the Brave Express Might Gaine Deluxe Might Gaine figure from 1993. I hope you guys do like this video review, and I will try to get more going out as soon as possible, and I'll see you all next time.